Today I'm gonna listen to music. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. My name is Beth if you are new here, and I like to talk about music. And today I do in fact mean that literally, because I'm going to be listening to the Madonna album Music for the very first time. I picked this album because a lot of you guys were saying it's very similar to American Life and it has the same producer. So I decided to go with something similar to that album. I don't know, I just felt called to this one. Yeah, I don't think I know any of the songs off this album, but I am super excited. I have just been collecting established blonde pop stars like Infinity Stones, and I guess Madonna is my next victim. I also just wanted to say a quick thank you for all the support on the American Life video. I had a lot of fun making that video, and then as soon as I was done filming, I looked up the album and discovered that it is a really polarizing album. So every part of me was really scared to post my reaction because I thought that people would make fun of me for liking that album. And in fact, it turns out there's a lot of people who like that album, and a lot of you guys just showed me a lot of support and love, so I just want to thank you for that. So the first track is aptly titled Music, so let's do that.
Hey, Mr. DJ, put a record on. I wanna dance with my baby.
Okay, I see the connection to American Life. She's abducting me again!
Hey, Mr. DJ, put a record on when the music starts. I never wanna stop. Music makes the people come together. Don't think of yesterday, and I don't look at the clock. I like to boogie woogie. It's like riding on the wind. Music makes the bourgeoisie and the rebels.
Okay, so it's kind of like music makes everyone come together, the rich and the poor. You know, music is the universal glue. These switch-ups are concerning me. Ooh, it's like there's a siren, there's a vocal effect, and there's abduction, and it's all just happening right now.
Hey, Mr. DJ, put a record on. I want
I know this album probably came out first, but it really reminds me of Hey Mr. DJ, Ponder Replay, whatever that, Come Mr. DJ song Ponder Replay. I don't know, it's reminding me of the Rihanna song.
when the music starts. I never wanna stop. It's gonna drive me crazy.
I just love how the beats continually change. It's so dynamic. She just like restarted me or something. I liked it. It was just kind of jarring. I think it was just more intense than I was expecting, but at the same time, I really liked it. I liked the production a lot. Definitely my kind of thing because it's so dynamic and it keeps changing the entire time. I do really like production like that. So yeah, it was a fun song and a fun opening track. Super sci-fi. It did remind me of American Life and that feeling of being abducted or something. I don't know if that's like her thing with these albums, but that's the vibe that I got. The next one is called Impressive Instant. I don't really know what that means. All right. That's like a monster.
Universes from the stars, the one that I've been waiting for. I don't even know your name. I'm in a trance.
she say she's in a trance? Because, okay, she literally said, I'm in a trance, which is really funny because if you know, Madonna's music always makes me feel like I'm in a trance. It literally sounds like a werewolf is featured on this song.
Cosmic systems intertwine, astral bodies drip like wine. All of nature ebbs and flows.
Astral bodies drip like wine. I think it's meant to be a bit creepy. Is it me or is this song supposed to be creepy? Because it definitely sounds like she and whoever produced it, Murwai, I don't know how to say his name, but it definitely sounds like they made a conscious decision to make this a bit creepy. Everything about it, the whispering, you know, the werewolf, the werewolf sound effect, that's what I'm calling it because that's what it reminds me of, really give me, you know, this is not an accident. Like, we planned it to be creepy.
Like a bird on a wingy, wingy, wingy. Dance to samba, samba, samba.
One thing that I'm noticing about her music, at least in the last two albums that I've covered, mainly this one though, is they do not know how to pick one vocal effect and just run with it. They love to do different vocal effects even within the same line. Like that one, it went super high and then it went back down and like just going all over the place. It just feels like you're in 7 different places at once. That mixed with, you know, again, the production that's always changing and very dynamic, it gives it this chaotic feeling.
I'm in a universe full of stars. Nothing out there looks the same.
This beat is so trance-like.
I've been waiting for. I don't even know your name.
I liked the ending of that song a lot. It was obviously a very chaotic song, again, kind of jarring, but I liked it overall. I kind of had mixed feelings. I don't know, parts of it I was kind of like, all right. And parts of it, I felt like I got really into it. Like that ending section, I just loved that. I loved all the layering. I loved how everything kind of came together and then it felt like it broke apart again and it ended just with that line, "You're what I've been waiting for." I just thought that was a really well done section of the song. The beat was so hypnotic and trance-like, which again, I always kind of feel like I go into a trance when I listen to her music, but that one really got me into it, especially by the end. Like again, that hypnotic vibe. And I also think that was intentional to go along with, you know, the meaning of the song and what she was saying. She was talking about someone who came into her life and she just felt like they were this otherworldly kind of force in her life. Okay, Runaway Lover. I don't know that I'm like in the mood for this right now, but we're just gonna keep going with it. This is really dissonant.
You lost your reputation on a woman. You get your education from your lovers. But now there's just no place for you to go. It doesn't pay to be a runaway lover. It doesn't pay to give away what you lack. You'll never get your money back.
Cleared him. Yup, that's what's happening.
Just like a ship that's lost at sea.
Literally every second I sit back and like, okay, I think I know where this is going. She introduces a new song, a new sound that I never saw coming. And I do respect it. I respect an album that can keep me guessing, can surprise me, can shock me. I mean, it's just more fun and more interesting to listen to, especially like a first time listen, so.
Don't care where you drop your anchor.
It almost feels like you're running. Like the production of the song kind of gives me that feeling.
It doesn't pay to give away what you pay.
I like that. I like how it's.
Walking around on a cloud.
I love that muffled part so much. I don't know why. I just thought that was such a cool transition.
'Cause every girl you meet just trips on you saying your name out loud. I guess you met your match, now what will you do?
I like the lyrics, they're pretty sassy.
No way. It doesn't pay to give your heart away to a runaway lover.
I don't know what's up with the ending of her songs, but I love the endings of her songs. It's more of the, it's, that was the ending to end all endings. I just love the endings of her songs. I love how her songs kind of build throughout, and often the ending of the song is my favorite part because the song just gets better and better the more that I listen to it, and then by the end I'm just like completely entranced and floored by it. It always starts out a bit jarring because it is just very jarring in my opinion. You know, I don't listen to music with this electronic EDM synthy vibe very often. It definitely depends. It all depends on my mood. It all depends on what kind of phase I'm going through. But I do enjoy it. I do like this album so far. I think after American Life, I have to lower my expectations just a little bit. You know, I certainly am not having the exact same experience I did while listening to that album, but I expected that going in. You know, I don't want to put that kind of expectation on that I'm going to have the same experience with it. Because I like it I like it, but there's part of me that's like, I don't know that I'm in the mood to listen to this right now. It's just intense. I think it's taking me a minute to get used to. Because it's even more intense and more chaotic than American Life was, in my opinion. And that might be because American Life, I was so focused on the lyrics. And this album, I'm less focused on the lyrics and more just focused on, you know, the different sounds that are coming into my ears. It's a very fun kind of energy as well. So the next one is called I Deserve It, which you probably do.
This guy was meant for me, and I was meant for him.
Ooh, I love that bass that's like, you barely can hear it, but when you notice it, it's...
This guy has danced for me. Many miles, many roads I have traveled, fallen down on the way, leading up to today.
Just when I thought that this was a normal song, like, oh, she decided to give us a break and just do some simple strumming. No, she could not stay away from the ultra high-pitched synths or whatever that is. I don't know what that is. I'm not a musical producer, but Murwai, or I don't know how to say his name, so let me know. Her producer just cannot stay away from like the eerie theremin-esque production. Let's look him up. Shall we? Murwai? Okay, he's a French music producer, and he looks like... This is him. That's him. All right. But Murwai, he just can't stay away. He loves the high-pitched, eerie kind of sound.
This guy has prayed for me, and I have prayed for him. Many miles, many roads I have traveled,
coming from the last few tracks that have had that super dynamic sound, constantly changing, so much going on, very chaotic, going to a song that was that repetitive. I just had mixed feelings on it. I did like the production a lot. I really liked the bass. I didn't mind, you know, kind of the sci-fi or EDM aspects to it. But I don't know. I wasn't nearly as into it as the rest of the song so far. It did have a good message. I thought it was a nice song, you know, kind of just a nice song. The next track is amazing.
You took a pretty picture and you smashed it into bits. If only I could let you go.
I really like this.
It's amazing what a boy can do. Wish I didn't want you like I do. Want you and no one else.
I really love this, like the mixing of the instruments.
You aimed it at my heart. It's heavy and it's bitter and it's tearing me apart. Seems I love you more than yesterday. Love you and no one It's amazing. I cannot stop myself. You and
I was just thinking this was the first song without that like really high-pitched sound, but it's in there. It's just hiding. I liked that one. I thought it was catchy, probably one of the catchiest so far. I really loved the instrumentation and the production. It felt super full, you know, like there were just so many different instruments that you could hear, and it just had this really rounded out, nice sound to it. And then, I don't know, the end of the song, I don't know what she does or her producer does with the ends of her songs, but that's when it really hits me and I get really into it, especially with this album. Like, I will say at first I'm like, okay, you know, let's get into it. And then the more that the song goes on, and by the end of the song, I'm just like in love. But at the beginning of the song, I don't think there's been a single song I've loved from the get-go. Although I will say that Amazing, I did like it right away. Yeah, I did like it right away, didn't I? Okay, anyway, Nobody's Perfect. I gotta work it. Reminded me of Hannah Montana. Hannah Madonna? She said, I'm gonna get creepy again. Like, it's disconcerting, right? I'm just gonna say, I've never liked whispering in songs. I always find it creepy, even though I know sometimes it's not meant to be creepy, and I'm sure other people don't mind it, but I just always am like, why are we whispering? It feels like she's inside me, inside my mind.
I feel so sad, and I must say to you,
I think this is the first instance of this heavy of auto-tune so far.
nobody's perfect.
I feel like I have been rocketed onto another planet.
You expect
Trust the process. That's what this album is. It's trusting the process. In a lot of these songs, there's a stark contrast between, you know, the acoustic guitar that you can hear strumming and this really otherworldly, synthy, EDM type sound. And it's interesting. It's not something I have heard in a lot of music, again, that I've listened to. And it just gives it this interesting, like, contrasting sound, and you kind of don't know what to do with it. Because for me, like, I do really love acoustic production, but I also do like the occasional, you know, weird sound effect. And it's just, I don't know how to describe it, but it's just a weird experience to listen to have that contrast. Because usually I feel like I either get the acoustic guitar or I get the weird sound effects. I'm not used to having both, but this does really, really remind me of American Life. You guys hit the nail on the head with telling me that it was going to be similar.
Yeah.
Even that, you can hear the little, like, the way that they've... I'll just replay it. You think it's just this nice little acoustic moment, but then you hear the fact that she, you know, her voice has been modified to say you. Oh, that sounds so familiar. I feel like I've definitely heard that sound before. I feel like I've heard that before. That was an interesting one because, again, it had that contrasting sound. It had those transitions where it felt like you were on a rocket ship or something taking off, and then it would just go right back into the song. Very interesting for sure. There was also that acoustic section that, you know, at first I was like, oh, they're slowing it down and like giving a little acoustic section. But then you really listen and you realize that they're doing effects on her voice to still bring you that otherworldly electronic feel. So it was just a very interesting song. The next one is called Don't Tell Me. I do love that. Oh. Is my computer broken or is that part of the song? I literally can't tell. Okay. I think it's part of the song.
Don't tell me to stop. Don't tell me to stop.
Oh, don't tell me to stop. And she literally is stopping the production. Murwai, I will single-handedly give you a Grammy. But I'm kind of sad it has the stops in it just because I love that production so much and I wanted to hear it, like, you know, continue. Like, that's such a tease. I just want to hear the whole thing, but I respect it.
Tell the sun not to shine, not to get up this time, no.
Yeah, like, don't dull my sparkle. String transition.
Take the black off a crow, but don't tell me I have to go.
I like the message of this one. I feel like it's a bit more poetically written. Don't tell me to stop, tell the rain not to drop, tell the wind not to blow. I like the metaphor of like, I'm rain and you wouldn't tell the rain not to stop, so don't tell me what to do or don't tell me to stop living my life and being authentic to myself. What in the Wizard of Oz? Again, I loved that as an outro. That one had such a creative production to it that I don't think I've ever, you know, again, I don't think I've ever heard that done in a song before. I love that raw guitar sound. That's like my sound in a nutshell. And so I was kind of bummed that they cut it off. The next one is called What It Feels Like for a Girl.
Girls can wear jeans and cut their hair short, wear shirts and boots, 'cause it's okay to be a boy. But for a boy to look like a girl is degrading. Does you think that being a girl is degrading? You'd love to know what it's like, wouldn't you? What it feels like.
I already love the lyrics of this, kind of going back to American Life. Girls can wear jeans and cut their hair short, wear shirts and boots because it's okay to be a boy, but for a boy to look like a girl is degrading because you think that being a girl is degrading. But secretly you'd love to know what it's like, wouldn't you? What it feels like for a girl. Genius stanza. Yeah, that's one of my favorite parts of the album so far. I mean, I just love lyrics like that. That, you know, cut right to the bullshit and call it out. I love this production too. Wow.
Silky smooth, lips as sweet as candy.
I love this production. light. I don't know, there's something about it that feels underwater.
Baby, tight blue jeans, skin that shows in patches. Strong inside, but you don't know it. Good little girls, they never show it. Could you be a little weak? Do you know what it feels like for a girl? Do you know what it feels like in this world for a girl?
This is my favorite so far already. Everything about this I'm just obsessed with. Obviously the message of the song, again, I already pointed out that stanza, and then the lyrics continuing and just being amazing. But also the production, I just love this so much. It's a bit, it's a bit more chill. It's a bit less chaotic and jarring. I don't have anything, against chaotic, jarring stuff, but this is just a really nice song. I really, really love this one. This is probably the first one that I feel like I'm in love with. Strong inside, but you don't know it. Good little girls, they never show it. When you open your mouth to speak, could you be a little weak?
Hurt that's not supposed to show when you're trying hard to be your best. Could you be a little less?
Hair that twirls on fingertips. I love the imagery in this song. Tears that fall when no one knows. Hurt that's not supposed to show. When you're trying hard to be your best. Could you be a little less? The way I take that, I feel like you could take it multiple ways. The way I take it is like, you're being too much. Could you tone it down a little? And it's like, no, I actually won't tone down my entire personality to fit your stereotype of what a woman should be.
What it feels like for a girl. When you open up your mouth to speak, could you be a little weak? Do you know what it feels like for a girl? Do you know?
That was my favorite so far, I think. It felt like it got a little bit repetitive toward the end of the song. I was kind of ready to move on to the next one. But overall, I really loved that one. I think that was just such a vital message for a song. Okay, the next one is Paradise, Not For Me.
I can't remember when I was young.
The whispering's continuing.
My face remains. I've been so down.
All right, we're going full robot for this one.
Your paradise is not for me.
Okay, I kind of like that.
Autour-de-moi, je ne vois pas qui sont
Is this
les
French?
C'est à moi.
Okay, we're French.
Encore une fois, je n'y crois pas.
Literally every 2 seconds, the production just entirely changes.
Is a light above my
Okay.
head.
I love this middle section. I do love this beat.
I've been so high.
I didn't dislike that song by any means. I don't know. I'm kind of having a disconnect right now with certain aspects of this album. And I felt it during that song. But I did really love the feeling of the song, especially from the middle onward. It just had this very calming atmosphere that I really enjoyed. But we have arrived at the last song on the album, which is called Gone.
Selling out is not my thing. Dream away your life. Why should I feel sad for what I never had? Turn to stone, lose my faith. I'll be gone before it happens.
This one has a nice feel too. It also kind of has that like calming energy to it. She just can't stay away from it.
I won't be broken again. Lose my faith.
I just love that. I just love the chorus of this one.
Gone.
Okay. I really liked that last one. It was really calming. Again, it just had this really nice atmosphere. But then in the middle, you know, her and the producer, they gotta bring in the unexpected sci-fi sound effects, and they did that. But I just thought that was a really nice closing track. Yeah, I would say overall I liked this album. I definitely was not obsessed with it, like on the same level that I was with American Life. But with that being said, I pretty much knew that, you know, nothing is gonna be American Life. That was such a unique experience and just a very standout experience for me. Like, it was just everything, you know? And so I can't compare, and I don't want to compare, but just to give you an idea, I did like this album, especially at the first half. I will say I think overall I preferred the first half to the second half, but with that being said, some of my favorites did live on the second half. So I don't know, but I just feel like the first half I was more interested and more engaged, and the second half I was like, okay, you know, I just didn't necessarily feel the same level of engagement. I didn't get nearly as like lost in this album, or, you know, tranced out, as I like to say, that I did with American Life and Confessions on a Dance Floor. I just did not have the same experience with, you know, connecting to the sound that much and on that level. It was interesting to listen to, especially, you know, again, the first half I feel like had more of that like shock factor and just like kind of threw me off. And then by the time I got to the end of the album, I was like so used to it that I think that's why I didn't connect as much with some of the songs on the second half. But very interesting for sure. I mean, again, the acoustic production mixed in with the electronic and sci-fi sounding stuff was very interesting to listen to. It was definitely unique. It was definitely different. Yeah, I have respect for that. Loved some of the lyrics, mainly What It Feels Like for a Girl was, I don't know, that was the standout for me. Like, I definitely didn't notice as much about the lyrics as I did with an album like American Life, but I don't think that was the point. You know, I think it wasn't as lyrics focused as an album like American Life. So again, it's just a comparison, but not in like a bad way. It's not like the lyrics were bad. It just wasn't as memorable and stand out as American Life. A lot of lyrics about love. You know, it kind of just felt like a good vibes kind of album. I think other standouts for me, other favorites might have been, you know, the first couple songs like Runaway Lover, Impressive Instant Music were all pretty fun and different. And then Gone, I did really love that one as well. So I guess we'll see. We'll see if I rank it. If you're new here, I usually rank albums, but with Madonna's albums and just, I don't know. I haven't been ranking as much lately because I either don't listen to the album again and then I don't want to rank something that I've only heard once, or I do listen again, but I just don't know how to rank it and it's stressing me out to like try to rank it. So that's why I haven't been ranking as much lately, but yeah, sorry if you love, you know, seeing my rankings. I love ranking stuff. I just don't want to do it when it's forced. I'd rather do it if it's natural and something that I feel like I want to do. So I don't know. I hope that all makes sense. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed my reaction. I do hope to continue with Madonna's discography as well as Mariah Carey. But thank you so much for watching and for being here. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.